Natural, it's chicken, only better.
Time now to check Mark's updated Storm Team 10 forecast.
All right, hi everyone. I asked the producers if we could start with weather out of the break here because there's a little bit of rotation that's being not your conventional type of Doppler radar image that you're used to seeing, but this is storm relative velocity. So what we see here is the greens and the reds. Now, red tends to indicate air moving away from the Doppler radar site, which in this instance is located out here in Taunton, Mass, and the green is toward. So when we have something that looks like this, we have the potential indicator of rotation within the cloud. National Weather Service isn't telling us there's a tornado out there right now, but this is certainly an indicator at the very least of some strong wind up in this particular cell. Greenville, North Providence. This is the Providence Chalkstone Avenue area in here. So you can see 295. This is seriously, you know, a more populated area of Providence County, certainly. So again, just to tell you that we're looking at a potential of some twisting in the clouds. Doesn't necessarily mean that there's a tornado, but it does tell us that this cell is producing one heck of a thunderstorm now. This is a little stronger than some of the indicators were telling us just even 15, 20 minutes ago that this cell would reach. So that's why these situations do tend to change fairly quickly. And we're concerned about this one here right now. Again, this is the one in Providence County. Let me go a little tighter on it and take the lightning off so you can see it from Smithfield down to Scituate. But it just has that appearance of a little bit of a hook to it. So this certainly could be seeing this particular cell spinning a little bit, producing wind gusts well over 40 miles an hour with it right now. So moving off to the east, moving right across Providence or just through downtown Providence now, Pawtucket, Lincoln, Cumberland. Those of you in Woonsocket certainly getting some heavy rain with that right now. But again, just to reiterate, it looks like potentially some of that strongest wind is going to be right in that Chalkstone Avenue area, northern Providence, North Providence, up into the LaSalle area, Providence College. That particular region is what we're looking at right now for some of our strongest wind gusts potentially from this cell. That'll be crossing into Bristol County, Massachusetts here shortly. We have some additional showers, not as strong right now on the radar, but we have some lightning strikes near New Haven, Connecticut as well. So we're going to be dealing with this type of situation for the next few hours or so. And I don't know if Christina can hear me back in the weather office, but I'd like to switch that over to the Greenville camera if that's possible. We're on the village at Waterman Lake here, but we're obviously looking at Narragansett Town Beach. All right, so I guess we can't get over to the Greenville camera. I'd like to show you that if we could come back in just a little bit, because that's where the sky is actually at its most threatening point right now. At least there's some of the darkest that we're seeing on our tower cams. I want to look at the forecast for these next few hours between now and about 9 or 9:30 is when we're going to have these showers and storms passing through. After 9 o'clock, the shower intensity, the storm intensity will diminish, obviously, with the setting sun and the clearing sky and the drier air working in overnight. So 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, we should be in pretty good shape with some of that dry air. Look at the temperatures and the sky conditions all improving after we get through these next couple of hours. So again, pretty active weather here for the next hour or two. And then things are quieting down here overnight. We're in good shape tomorrow. We're going to be looking at temperatures in the morning starting in the 50s on Tuesday. In the afternoon, we're up near 69 to 70 degrees. Is there a chance in the control room you guys can throw up that Greenville camera? I know the Greenville's up. If we could take a quick peek at that, that would be pretty cool. I know it's up, but I can't go back to it now. There it is right there. Okay, so this is downtown, and we're looking at that cell now moving toward the State House. This is our Greenville camera. So right, soaked, and you can see that heavy rain and that particular thunderstorm that's coming through there right now. Back to that shot there. We have some buzzing back in the weather office right now. So we probably should just stay on the air with this, guys, because if that's buzzing, that's telling us that there's some sort of warning.
Okay.
Now, they're telling me they got an I-team package, but if we have a potential tornado, I guess it's important to go to the I-team package. All right, here's the 10-day. I'm going to jump out. You guys want to chat for this? I'm going to go find out if that's an actual tornado warning. Then I would suggest maybe we hold that I-team package.
Sure. Maybe could we just bring up some live pictures in a control room, everyone? So this is the radar we're looking at right here that Mark is tracking right now.
It's a warning. We can do everything.
And you can see it is a pretty strong system.
My mic's open, Dan. You can hear me?
So we're watching the radar. We're also going to maybe pop up our live camera guys back there, and we can just kind of see what it's doing. There we go.
No, so we can't wrap. We got a tornado warning.
Okay.
We're not wrapping.
All right.
Sorry about that, guys. Hate to tell you this, but we've got a severe thunderstorm warning. Do we have, Christina? You told me it's a tornado. I just got a severe thunderstorm warning right now for Providence County. All right. So this is our Greenville camera. You guys want to flip back over?
Is that hail we're seeing, Mark, or is that rain?
Hard to tell right now. It could just be some heavy rain that's going through there right now. I'm just reading this real quick. 60 mile, we've got 60 mile an hour wind gusts with that right there. Okay, so Christina just popped that up. This is Christina Ernie's getting this information up for us right now. So this is until 6:15 tonight. Severe thunderstorm warning right now. Again, we are not, I should say again, we are not hearing anything about a tornado right now, but I did say that our Doppler radar was indicating potential rotation with this. So we do want to just keep a close eye on this. I know you have to move on here in the news. But that is one heck of a thunderstorm that really just blew up in the last 5 to 10 minutes or so, and it's going right across downtown Providence right now. So big impact here on the evening commute for everybody here from Providence on north up into Pawtucket, Interstate 95 up into the Mansfield, Attleboro, North Attleboro area.
Can we get the Providence camera again? Do we have a chance to look at to see what that's going on?
If this storm is moving through, we probably should stay with this, everybody. So in the control room, if we can just adjust our schedule here. So Mark, why don't you stay with us? This is the downtown camera?
That is downtown. That is the top of One Financial Plaza right there. You cannot see much, obviously, downtown at all from that. Let me, I'm going to reset my, I've reset the Doppler radar right there. So, so we're still looking at a pretty, intense signature on the Doppler radar velocity scan, which is right over Providence right now, from North Providence down through Providence, heading toward Pawtucket. So you can see that cell. This is 95. We're looking toward.
Is this headed right into the city?
That's heading to Providence. So that's So in the distance is Providence. So this is 95 north on the right side, Mark.
Yep, so you can see the cell that's literally right at the top of the screen right there. That's right where the wall of water is coming in. So, toward the tail end here of our evening commute, but this is a pretty hefty cell. Right. Whenever we see a signature like what we're seeing right there on our Doppler, if you just throw the weather graphics up for one quick sec, we see the green and the reds that close together. That does tell us that there is potential here. As I mentioned, strong wind and the potential for some rotation, like in this particular area. So right in downtown, from North Providence down toward Providence, on this area here, Pawtucket line, potentially very strong wind right now. It's a severe thunderstorm warning. This is not a tornado warning, but it's a severe thunderstorm warning, and oftentimes severe thunderstorm warnings can quickly transition into a tornado warning if that's the case. So we just want to keep a close eye on this, not to scare anybody, but right now we're just seeing a very, very intense thunderstorm here on our Doppler radar, again, right over Providence and the northern part of the state. Right.
And you say, Mark, when these cells go, so when people are at home or looking at this radar right here, I'm just going to take a guess here and say what the red images are the strongest of the storms. Is that correct?
Yes, exactly. From downtown Providence, so Christina just zoomed in nicely for us. So this is Providence's Interstate 95, Lincoln, Pawtucket, Woonsocket, Cumberland, and then you're crossing over here into Attleboro, North Attleboro. So this whole area, this whole cell is moving in this direction right now, so away from Providence and toward you in northern Bristol County, Massachusetts, as well as the Pawtucket area, literally within minutes. It's moving pretty quickly. Right. And this whole yellow box, this is our severe thunderstorm warning. So Attleboro included in that, Seekonk, Rehoboth, Taunton, Mansfield. This is all up until 6:15, so about another 25 minutes or so. You can there's the latest on there. So Rumford, Rehoboth, Taunton, Raynham, all within these next 30 to 45 minutes or so, moving in that direction right there, northeast. So it's not getting down towards Swansea, Somerset, Fall River. It's actually moving up into this general direction, where that yellow box is and where that cone is indicating it right now.
And Mark, you have been watching this all afternoon, and there had been the chance for a possible tornado, and we don't use that word lightly around here. Right. But certainly these severe storms can change in a second, and that's why we're staying on the air, everyone, because we just want to make sure this passes through and everyone stays safe.
Right. Again, not seeing no reports of a tornado right now, but when the radar looks like this, and when we see these green and red scans, indicators showing us that there's rotation, there's wind moving in one direction and in an opposite direction very close to each other. It's that where we certainly have some strong wind gusts. We're getting reports of potentially 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. Doppler radar estimated in this range right now. So heavy rain can pull down that strong wind, and we can get some quick damage here in the Pawtucket, South Attleboro, North Attleboro area.
Mark,
go ahead, Deb.
When do you anticipate, because obviously the atmosphere is very volatile right now, looking at that and with the temperatures what they are, when do we expect to see this to start to die off? Do we have a few more hours of this?
It should be after sunset. Sunset's at 8 o'clock tonight, roughly, so in that vicinity, after 8, between 8 and 9 p.m., these storms are going to lose their energy source, so we should start to see everything start to quiet down at that time. By 9 o'clock, I would assume no more strong storms, but there may be some leftover showers after 9. But the severe thunderstorm that we're seeing right now, this is until 6:15, a severe thunderstorm warning until 6:15 for that area, again, from Providence, right there it is, out through Taunton and the northern half of Bristol County, Massachusetts. So it includes a lot of our viewing area: Attleboro, North Attleboro, Mansfield, certainly Taunton, Rehoboth, Seekonk.
All right, Mark, we're going to stay with this, Mark. We're going to stay on the air with this. We just gotten word until 57:25, okay? And then we have to take a quick break and come back at 6 o'clock. So we still have a few more time. Our director, Kevin, just punched up this camera from downtown Providence. So that's the Providence Place on the right. You can see traffic is moving slow as the system moves through.
It looks absolutely soaked. It looks like the system did just move through there. You could see from the other camera when we were looking more from the Cranston area of how dark it was. And when Mark had the radar up a bit earlier, it looked like it's moving out of the Providence area and headed east. So I think, and it also appears that traffic is moving a little bit better than it was before. When
so it shot right through there. You can see how fast that's moving, Emily. So obviously it's a lot better conditions right there in downtown Providence. So now it appears as though the worst of the cell has now crossed that line, or at least it's up into Pawtucket and now crossing into North Seekonk, Attleboro, North Attleboro. It is a, we'll go over to the radar, you can actually see how tight that is right there. Woonsocket, Smithfield. It shows it here in Providence, but sometimes we get these images. This is 5:55, so this might be a minute or two delayed, and this storm's moving at about 40 miles an hour. So you do see rapid improvement in just a matter of a couple of minutes or so. The worst of this now is going to be crossing into northern Bristol County, Massachusetts.
Right. I mean, the reason why we also have to be careful is that it is that time of year, and if you have children, you know there's a lot of outdoor sports games taking place. Baseball games and stuff like that. So that's why it's great to have the
And you can certainly see, you can see that our radar, our lightning tracker is indicating a lot of frequent lightning strikes. So when you see the reds on there, that's within the last couple of minutes. And then as they turn to that whiter shade and that grayer shade, they're about 5 to 10 minutes old. But there's a lot of frequent lightning strikes up here in this particular area of northern Rhode Island, southern Worcester County. There's Franklin, Massachusetts, obviously, and here's the Attleboro and North Attleboro area right in here. So this is Cumberland, Pawtucket. A lot of lightning, a lot of heavy rain, a lot of fast changes, but again, it's zipping, moving east, 40 miles an hour or so. And as I mentioned, I'm going to back that up just a little bit, we're not seeing or hearing any reports of tornadoes. I don't want to give anybody that impression, but what we saw on radar gave me a little bit of pause and a little concern, because that was an indicator of potential storm rotation, certainly some strong wind, but possibly it was spinning a little bit, and that caught my attention. Then all of a sudden we heard that severe thunderstorm warning go off just about a minute or so after that. So this is one heck of a cell, and this is not the only one, guys. We have more. Christine, if you could just zoom out just a tiny bit there as I walk back over to join Emily and Dan. You can see there's a little bit more in the New Haven, Connecticut area, Haddam and Norwich. So we're going to be dealing with this, it looks like, for about the next 1 to 2 hours or so, certainly through our 7 o'clock newscast tonight, so we can keep on top of things.
It's all headed in that northeast path, right towards Providence, basically.
East-northeast, so definitely those cells out in eastern Connecticut heading toward Providence. All
right, we're going to take a quick break, everyone. We'll be back with our live storm coverage, a severe thunderstorm warning, and we are tracking it for you live here on NBC 10.
Here we go! This is our finale.
That was by far my favorite performance.
The Voice finale, live tonight and tomorrow on NBC.
Hello, Erica. I have a mission for you.
This is your chance to catch Tom.
I can't do this without you. Can I trust you? I know where your loyalties truly lie. Kill him.
The Enemy Within, tonight on NBC.
Busy parents know that getting out of the house can be quite the juggling act. That's why Fagan Door makes it easy to keep your garage door and your schedule on track. Book your annual tune-up or emergency garage door repair